Cristóbal de Oñate was a Spanish Basque explorer, conquistador and colonial official in New Spain. He is considered the founder of the contemporary city of Guadalajara in 1531, as well as other places in Nueva Galicia. Background: Oñate was born in 1504 in Vitoria or Oñate, in the Spanish side of the Basque country. His father was Juan Pérez de Nariohondo, who changed his name in later life to Juan de Oñate, and his mother was Osana González de San Llorente. He was born into the House of Haro, whose origins go back to the Middle Ages. He was a grandson of Pedro de Baeza, Señor de Nariohondo, one of Spain's last feudal lords. Activities in New Spain. Oñate arrived in New Spain in 1524 as the assistant to Rodrigo de Albornoz. Charles V, Holy Roman Emperor and King of Spain, had made Albornoz auditor, one of 5 royal officials named to oversee Cortes's government in the colony. In New Spain, he was reunited with his twin nephews Juan and Vicente de Zaldivar y Oñate. Cristóbal de Oñate contracted marriage with Catalina De Salazar de la Cadena, daughter of Gonzalo de Salazar and Catalina de la Cadena Maluenda. This was Catalina's second marriage. Her maternal uncle Antonio de la Cadena Maluenda was treasurer of New Spain. Gonzalo Salazar was a high-ranking official in the royal treasury of the colony, and at times a member of the junta that ruled New Spain. In 1529 he was a part of the expedition of Nuno Beltrán de Guzmán that conquered the western part of Mexico. This brutal conquest took only a few years, and the newly conquered region became known as Nueva Galicia. The foundation of the cities of Compostela and Tepic in present-day Nayarit and Guadalajara and Zacatecas is attributed to Oñate. In 1531, Oñate founded a small town near Nochistlán to which the name Guadalajara was given. 2 years later Beltrán de Guzmán visited the city, and at the request of its inhabitants, who were fearful of Indian attacks and lacked sufficient water, he ordered it moved to Tonala. This occurred on May 24, 1533. Later, after Beltrán had returned to Spain, it was moved again, to a site near La Cotan. This occurred probably between October 1541 and February of the following year. During the conquest of Zacatecas, rich silver mines were discovered that made Cristóbal de Oñate and his partners Diego de Ibarra and Juan de Tolosa among the richest men in New Spain. Oñate settled at the Panaco mine in Zacatecas, where 5 of his 6 children were born. One of his sons, Juan de Oñate, married Isabel de Tolosa Cortés Moctezuma, granddaughter of conquistador Hernán Cortés and great-granddaughter of the last Aztec emperor Moctezuma Xocoyotzin. Juan became an explorer of western North America and founder of the first European settlement on the upper Rio Grande in the present U.S. state of New Mexico. Both Juan and his twin brother Cristóbal served as Spanish governors of Nuevo Mexico. Cristóbal de Oñate served as governor of the province of Nueva Galicia on 3 occasions. He attempted without success to suppress the Caxcan Indians during the Mixton War in 1541 and was later accused by Caxcan leader Francisco Tenemastel of murdering and exploiting Indians. Besides being a conquistador, official and mine owner, he was a farmer, rancher and encomendero. Although he was a lieutenant of Beltrán de Guzmán, perhaps the bloodiest conquistador in the history of New Spain, Oñate seems also to have had a more benign side. He was a benefactor of the cities he founded. A generous spirit, he offered meals to the needy on a daily basis throughout his entire life, and is said to have turned over the proceeds from his encomiendas to improve native villages. Today, ancient Indian tribes and reservations persist in Mexico and the American Southwest. In the cities Oñate founded, many streets, businesses, and geographic locations bear his name. He established a dynasty that retained wealth and power for 300 years. Cristóbal died in Pánuco, Zacatecas, on October 6, 1567, and was interred in the parochial church there.